Hey, hi, good afternoon or good morning or good evening to each and everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is grammar laws. So 2 days back or 3 days back we have discussed this chapter, not a chapter but in third chapter we have this topic. Okay, the topic called grammar laws. So the next topic we have is grammar laws. Okay, so grammar L-O-G-U-E-S. So you can ask me what is this grammar log. So grammar log is nothing but it's very easy to understand to frame a sentence in English. Okay, so since childhood we are in from first class or from LKG we are learning the English subject. When we talk about or when we introduce ourselves, like my name is Sharma or my name is Lakshmi or so and so, etc. When we introduce ourselves with our name or nouns or pronouns, so the most important thing is how do we frame a sentence, right? So to frame a sentence, what do we require? We need a grammar log, right? So grammar, basically grammar in short and subject we call this as a grammar logs. Okay, grammar logs. So in every chapter we have, totally we have 30 chapters. So in 30 chapters, in every chapter we have these grammar logs. Okay, so today we are learning first grammar log in our chapter 3. So the students who are getting confused, okay, so to make you all clear, we have 30 chapters. In out of 30 chapters, every chapter we have a separate set of grammar. Okay, so totally combined, okay, the entire grammar logs, if we count in all the 30 chapters, we have nearly 180 grammar logs. Okay, 180 grammar logs. So today we are going to learn one set, that is first set of grammar. Okay, now let us see what is this grammar log. This is first set in chapter 3. So this is the first set in chapter 3. Now let us see how to write and all. So let me draw a line. So suppose let us assume that, let us say that this is your book size or length. The students who are using a plain notes, make sure that you draw the lines, broad lines, like in your Hindi book. In Hindi book the lines will be broad lines. Now, so use that such kind of broad line. Okay, do not draw the lines which are small. Okay, dear. So let us see, after drawing the lines, if you are using a plain notes, now let us start. So the very first grammar log we have in our textbook, that is a or an. Okay, and the next one the. So how to practice these grammar logs are very important. So let us see. If this is a line, above the line. So in the previous classes we have learned that above the line, on the line, through the line, right? So it's very easy for you all to remember above the line, on the line, through the line. So whenever we have the grammar a or an, either it can be a, either it can be an also. So when we have a or an, just put a small dot above the line. Okay, I'm putting a small dot above. Okay, so this is called as a or an. If I put the same dot on the line, that becomes the. So the students who are getting confused, make sure that above the line, on the line, the entire meaning changes. So please be careful. If you are putting dot above the line, that becomes a or an. If I put the same dot on the line, the entire meaning changes, that becomes the. Okay, now let us see the next grammar. Okay, so that is nothing but a or and the all two. TWO2 or TOO2. So all we are supposed to write it above the line. 2 or 2, TWO2 or TOO2. You can use it for either TWO2 or TOO2. Okay. So where we have to write these grammar notes? Very simple, that all and 2. All means above the line, 2 means on the line. So with this stroke we have to write. We have to write in a 120 degrees line. So in a previous class, we have learned 120 degrees. Do you all remember 120 degrees? So 120 degrees are nothing but kind of PB. Like PB, we have learned 120. So in the same motion, write down small one. Okay, little bit small. That's it. Do not write a 1/6 stroke. Do not write the full 1/6 stroke. Just write a small one. If you write it above the line, this becomes all. If you write it on the line, the same stroke, that becomes two. Okay, so all two. So you must be careful about the and on the line. If you, for example, if you are writing the same stroke, all, if you write it on the line, the entire meaning changes. All means above the line only. Let us move on with the next grammar. So, a or an, the, or, to, of to, of, to. Now you might get a confusion that, so just now you have written over here that is TW2 and TO2. What is the difference? Very simple. This is two. Heavy sound. We are stressing it. This is nothing but a two. Okay. So the difference you'll get to know when we start writing a sentence. So how to write this of and to? The same stroke like all and to, but you have to write in a light way. So make sure that you just write in a light way. Do not get confused. Both are 120 degrees only. So write this all and to in a dark way, like in a dark. Okay, just make sure that you write in a dark. All and then to. Whereas coming to off and to, write in a light. Okay, so to make the difference, all two are very easy. Dark, all means above the line, two means on the line. Both are dark. And the same strokes if I write here, make sure that you write in a light way, that is off and then light one two. Okay, so let us move on with the next. Your and, the, all two, off two. Next one, on but. On and then but. So how to write this on but? Very simple. So we have done with 120 degrees, that is PB. After 120 we have learned 90 degrees. Kind of a straight stroke, right? TD. We have learned TD na 90 degrees. T stroke, D stroke. In the same way, write down these grammar logs, but be careful, it's a small one. Okay, never write with the large 1/6 stroke. Do not write with the 1/6. Small one. On but. That's a small dash. It's a straight one. Okay, 90 degrees is a straight one. On but. On but. Now you can ask me a question. Sir, is it a light or dark? So make sure that you write this in a light way. Why? Because in future we have another meaning. In the next few chapters, if you write this in a dark way, the meaning changes. So make sure that we are writing in a light way, that is on and but. Okay. So after on and but, we have ought. A-U-G-S-T ought. O-U-G-S-T ought. Ought who? W-H-O. So A-U-G-S-T ought. O-U-G-S-T ought. So both are one and same here. Okay. So according to the sentence, either it can be O-U-G-S-T, either it can be A-U-G-S-T, but the stroke is same. So how we are going to recognize? We are going to recognize depends on the sentence. Okay, depends on the sentence. You should have a proper English knowledge also. If you are not having, do not worry. By learning this subject, you will be perfect in English grammar also. So how to write ought handle? Very simple. After 120 degrees, we have done on to, off to. 90 degrees we have used for on but. Now let us use 45 degrees. Do you all remember in the very first class? 45 degrees, that is shade J. Okay, so in the same motion, use for ought and who, but remember, you are not supposed to write a full stroke. Just small one, okay? Ought above the line, who on the line. Okay, So make sure that 120 degrees, sorry, all to off to 120 degrees, on but are 90 degrees, 45 degrees, when a small one. Ought and then who. So these ought and who, it's up to you. Either you can write in light, either you can write in a dark. It's up to you. Okay. So you can also take it as a light way or dark. Okay. No problem. Either you can use letter light or dark. No worries about it. Okay. But you must be careful when you are writing all to, off to, on but, or to. No problem. So last grammar log we have is and should. Okay. So last grammar log and should. So what is this and should? Very simple. So we have done with 120 degrees, 90 degrees, 45 degrees. And why we are using this degrees? Because to remember. If you are not remembering these degrees now, so you cannot write these grammar. Okay? So make sure that all to, of to are 120. The only difference is the and light. Whereas coming to on but, like that you have to write this. So how to remember? 90 degrees. Ought to who? How to remember? 45 degrees. And should. How to remember? That is upward eye. So we have learned upward eye. Do you all remember the 30 degrees upward eye? This is the upward eye. Just a straight line which is going in upward motion. Upward eye. So use an upward eye to write this grammar log and should. So when you are writing and should, you must be careful. You are not supposed to use a full stroke. Write a small one. And should. And should. Make sure that you are not getting confused with ought, who, and should. Ought, who are 45 degrees line. Just a small line. You just draw a small line. Whereas coming to and should. Now look at the difference. Ought I have written in a 45 degrees and should I have used 30 degrees. Like a little bit slow to make a difference between ought, who and should. Okay, to make a difference. So and should we have to use an upward R which is going in an upward direction. Okay. So this upward R is used as for the grammar log called and should. Above the line and, on the line should. So you must be careful when you are writing all these grammar logs, that is above the line, on the line. Okay. So let us make a quick revision. These are the first set from this chapter. So next chapter we have another set. Like we move on with the chapters, with the next chapters. In every chapter we have few set of grammar locks. Okay. So all these chapters we learn day by day. Okay. Do not just hurry and just do not you just open your books and just make your writing without any guidance of any teacher. You'll get a confusion. Okay. So please do not do that. Just learn the like I said twice. Let us make a quick revision. So a or an, just put a dot above the line. The same dot if you put it on the line, that becomes the. So how to practice? That is the most important. So a or an, the. Okay. So after that, all to. So 120 degrees, all to. After that, off to. Light one. Off to. The difference dark and light. Dark, these both are dark and these are light. On but, 90 degrees. Ought to who, that is 45. Ought to who. Next one, and should, that is 30 degrees upward arm motion. And should. Okay, so how to practice? A or and, the, all to, off to, on but, ought to who, and should. A or and, the, all to, off to, on but, ought to who, and should. So if we learn these grammar logs, we will be able to start writing the sentences that we can discuss in the next class. Okay, so these sentences will be taken in the next class, and I'll try to explain how to write a sentence by using a Grammalogues. Okay, for sentence formation, to form a sentence we need a Grammalogues, so we'll discuss in the next chapter. So thank you so much, have a great day.